Oh my goodness. I am live. Yes, I am. I'm alive. I'm here. I'm here with you. Hi, I'm Jane. This is the PB&J Influence channel. And today we're going to, once again, talk about question a day from this book. Just one question right here. And this is a 5-year journal, and every day I take a question out of here unless I lose my journal, in which case then I do questions from the internet. Or if this question's really bogus, I've decided I'll be ready over here with my phone and a question from the internet. Anyway, the whole point is so that we can open up our brains and drop into our hearts and things that we're never going to think about, probably normally if we're left on our own. But in the quest for becoming a better human being, we are going to talk about these things. I'm going to answer the question. I don't even know what it is. I have not read it for today. It's August 26th. Haven't read the question. Don't know what it's going to be. Sometimes it's a really, really like lame-o question. Hey, Wayne, how are you? And Robert, howdy ho. How are you all? Thanks for popping in. So yeah, what else? Okay, so I do this from Dallas every day. And sometimes I skip the weekends, just a little disclaimer there. But every weekday for sure, between 8:18 and I don't know, it lasts for about 15 minutes, 8:18 Central Standard Time. In the United States, that's Texas time. So I'm coming to you from Dallas, Texas, where today it's currently 82 degrees with a little bit of clouds. And it's going to be a hot one. It's going to be about 102, but I think today might be like the real last day of the worst of our summer. And after this, I think we're headed into the cool off. I'm super excited. Yes, because I'll tell you what, in San Diego, where I used to live, it's just the point of the year where it's starting to heat up and it's going to get nasty all the way right up till November. And I hate that. So I'm really excited about this opposite trend. Definitely. Hey, Kent, Wayne. Oh, you used to live in Mesquite a couple months ago. That was fascinating. I mean, I've been to the rodeo before, but I've just never been to like a little local Texas rodeo. It was pretty cool. They make it sound like it's a big, huge deal, but it's kind of not. Anyway, I'm not dissing Mesquite for sure. I like Mesquite, but the rodeo was interesting. Have you been to it, Wayne? Let me know. And you know what, you guys? I am blind as a bat today. I don't know why. And I've said this before. Some days I wake up, most days I wake up, I can see super good. Some days it's like my eyesight is in the toilet, and that's where it is today. Regardless of that, so you're going to see me like squinting a lot while I'm trying to read the comments that you guys are dropping in. I'm going to throw my glasses on. I'm going to read this question for today. Everybody, I know you're sitting on the edges of your seats. Just, what's the question? Give me the question. I can't stand it. I know. You're all addicted. I know how it is. Okay. Blank is the last thing I want to do today. Ooh, interesting. Blank. Oh. You work with Kent. Wayne, you work with Kent. Cool. And you have been to the rodeo. That's awesome. Cool, Kent. Kent brought somebody. Now Kent wins a little prize. He's the first person that's actually got somebody to show up on this thing. I'm going to have to send you a prize. All right. I never did decide what that prize should be because any good ideas. Maybe a Starbucks card? I don't know. What do you like, Kent? What are you into? I cannot send you a 22-year-old girl wrapped up in a box. Sorry, I can't. So let's get back to the question. A refrigerator magnet? A magnet? Exciting. All right. So the question is, what is the last thing, blank is the last thing I want to do today? And before I get into that question, little commercial time. I don't get paid for commercials. I just wanted to let you all, in case you don't know, drinking tea this morning. And the best tea on the whole freaking planet is right here. I don't know if you can see that. Spice by Celestial, whatever, Seasons tea. Just look for Tiger. You guys, this stuff is like, it's like crack. It's really good. Love it. Love it. A little hot outside for me to be drinking tea, but that's what I'm doing. Okay. So blank is the last thing. Oh, mine's clean. Yes, mine's clean with a little, my refrigerator, you guys, has almost nothing on it except a couple of cards that came with the flowers that I get. And I save the cards because they're so sweet. And then that little mandala picture on there because it's beautiful. So cool. Thank you so much. Love you for bringing a viewer. Every time somebody shows up with a buddy, I'm going to be sending out a little present. I think that's a good idea. And by the way, yeah, I'm trying to have 100 subscribers by August 30th. I've got like 4 days, right? And I'm up to 71 or 72, maybe 74. Actually, I'm not sure what the number is, but somebody out there will know. I could look it up. So I'm making progress. I started in the 60s, so I've gained like 10, about 10 over the last 2.5 weeks or so. So that's not bad. Yeah, but hey, we're getting there. We're getting there, so that's cool. Okay, so here's the question. Blank is the last thing I want to do today. What is the last thing I want to do today? Does this mean, okay, thank you. It's 75. Awesome. Thank you. I have 75 subscribers. I only have 25 more to go. That's pretty cool. Until I get to 100, and then we got to set a new goal. So you guys think about this. What is the last thing that you want to do today? Now, we have to qualify this. Is this the last thing I would ever want to do, hypothetically speaking, or is this the last thing that I have to do no matter what today? I have to do it, and it's the last thing that I have. I mean, it's like I do not want to do it, but it's got to get done. So which way do we want to go with this? What would I never want to do that I end up having to do? Like the last thing in the whole world that I would ever want to do? No, that gets like way too deep and way too open-ended. So what's the last thing that I would like to do today that I've got to do, right? I'm going to read it again, just to be clear. And let me check. Play today. Can't go. What, you don't want to play airplane today? Isn't that your job? You don't want to do your job today? That's understandable. I bet you that's a lot of people's answers. I bet you. And this is my job. And it's not the last thing I want to do today, isn't it? Yee. Okay, blank is the last thing I want to do today. Let's see. I did my yoga, my little chanting, which I really enjoy doing. Really enjoy doing that. So that's done and over with. Maybe working out is the last thing I want to do today, except every time I get to the gym and when I start working out, I'm like, oh, I am so glad I did this. Yes, so glad. So it's really not the last thing I want to do. It's just in my mind before I go to the gym. It's like, oh my God, like going to the gym is the last thing I want to do today. Doing office work, like, yeah. Mostly taking care of mundane things in my life, like car insurance and checking my, bank account balance and making sure things haven't bounced and what's the next payment coming in that's like an auto debit thing that I might not have enough money in my account for. And then I've got to figure out how to shuffle around money. And I don't like to look at that at all. I don't look at it much. And fortunately, I don't have a lot of issues with things bouncing or crashing or hitting me off guard, but something always does. Probably talking to my tax man is the last thing I want to do. And I don't have to do it today, although he texted me like, I don't know, probably last Monday. And he's like, it's time to take care of your taxes for last year because we put them on extension, right? And it's a really, really nasty tax situation. I mean, like really nasty. And it's time for us to handle it, like to move forward with it, and I don't want to. That would be the last thing I want to do. And I probably should do it today, as a matter of fact. Wayne, don't want to work. Pouring rain here. You're lucky. You don't like the rain? And you have to be out in the rain? And is it a hot rain or is it a cold rain? What kind of rain do you have? Because I would be stoked if we had rain right now. I would be so thrilled. And maybe we'll get rain tomorrow, so they say. But Wayne, you know how the weather is here. How long did you live here? Oh, William. And it's pouring rain there too. Hey, everybody's getting rain. What the heck? I'm not getting rain. Kent hates rain. You people, you must just get to an abundance of rain, because I am thrilled about rain and I can't wait to get more. I just lived in San Diego for 36 years. And I'm not joking you when I tell you most years we get 1 to 4 days of rain. And those days are not consecutive. They are separate. And that rain is not really like rain. It's like spit. It is like a sprinkle. It is so disappointing. Now, with that being said, every once in a while, we get a year in San Diego where we get a lot of rain, and then it goes crazy, and the whole, nobody can handle it, and the infrastructure can't handle it because nobody's used to the rain, and it's this big freaking disaster mess, and everything falls apart, and people crash, and oh my gosh, it's like other people having a hurricane or something like that when we get rain. So with that being said, I have spent so many years with no water coming out of the sky, no clouds, no weather change. And I love the weather changes. Love it. That you want to do today. None of you have answered. Uh-oh. My internet, I don't know if I clicked off. I was telling you that I love the rain. I don't even know if I'm back on or not. I don't know, but I would like to hear from you all. What is the last thing? Wait, somebody did. 2 of you don't want to work today. Right? Hey, William, what's the last thing you want to do today? And Robert, did you say what was the last thing that you want to do today? If you're out there, if you're still listening, let me know. What is the last thing that you want to do today? There's appointments, so I can't say that. I don't have any relatives that I can't stand that I have to call. So that's pretty good. Let me check it out. Oh my gosh. Robert. Yeah. Write my goals for the next day. Hey, Robert, man. Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying, right? Write the goals and then follow through with them. That's probably, here's what I do have to do today. Speaking of goals and things like that, although I'm excited. Thank goodness, because I was in the biggest unexcited lull, but I have to make a video today. That is my weekly video, and I already know what it is. So I'm way ahead of the game. And I figured I would end up finally, taking a shower, getting all okay looking for that, and buying everything I need to do this video today, because I'm doing a recipe. Interesting, right? I'm making something in my kitchen for my video today. So that's going to be kind of fun. Kind of cool, kind of off the beaten track for me. I like that. That's going to be great. But yeah, write all your goals. Come on, Robert. You know what? Goals, and then what? Why don't you want to do it? Because then that means you have to stick to your goals and get something done, right? And have you read that book yet? Are you reading the book? Because I'm so far behind, it's not even funny. I got to catch up. And you would think I had a cup of coffee this morning, wouldn't you? And I haven't said anything substantial. And this question, we did not really go deep with today. And that's the other thing on this show. Try to take these questions as light as they are and dive deep with it. So what is the last thing you would want to do today? And the underlying question is, as I'm thinking about this, the underlying question is, if there is something that's the last thing that you want to do today, what is it that it triggers for you? What are you avoiding, right? The whole point is that we're avoiding something because we don't want to do it. It doesn't feel good. It brings up emotions that we don't want to have or experience. That is interesting. So if you think of so with the work, you guys, you don't want to work today. Why? Why is it the last thing that you want to do? There's something you'd rather be doing. Work to you, this job to you is not the ultimate, like, I can't wait to go to work and do this thing because I'm so freaking passionate about it, right? Am I on the right track? So then is it possible that work is a thing that kind of imprisons you from being who you really want to be and doing what you really want to do, because in your mind, you think that this is the only way that you can provide for yourself and survive, maybe your family too. And it's just something that you got to do, like a prison sentence, right? To get through your time on the planet. But why are we here to just suffer through getting through our time and then dying? Oh, did I just go deep or what? This is when you got to start asking yourself, especially like when people have a midlife crisis. I think it's when people start to wake up and go, wait, what is this life about? What do I really want? If I could rearrange things and still be successful enough to survive and take care of maybe the other people that I'm responsible for, what would I do if I could do something different than this? So like, what would you do if you could make your work thing that you don't want to do? Think about that. Everybody out there in TV land, in YouTube land, what would you do? And then the next question is, how are you stuck? Why can you not do that? If you really thought about it, what would it take to pull this off? Could you? Is there a chance? Like that movie Dumb and Dumber. I don't know if you guys saw that. There's a 1 in a million chance, this lady says, that I would date you. There's like a 1 in a million chance. Basically, there's no freaking way I would ever date. And the guy hears it this way. A 1 in a million chance? And she said, yeah, 1 in a million. And he goes, then you're telling me there's a chance? There's a chance, even if it's 1 in a million. There's a window. Oh, William doesn't have to do anything today. That's kind of bitchin' awesome. You can just sit around in the rain, hang out with your mom. Cool. I don't know, you guys. These are just really good things to think about. Changing your life. Changing it. You don't have time. Or are you just in that place where you're complacent and it's like, why bother? I'm not worth it. And it's not that much. It's not worth the trouble. A lot of people think like that. I can't leave my job. I'm a slave to my seniority. Ooh, you are. You're getting close though, right? Oh my gosh. Because if you walk away from this now, you're giving up some stuff, right? Is that correct? Interesting, right? Oh, sorry, you guys with the internet. I have no control over this lousy internet here. I've done everything I can. All the speed tests say that my internet is working great, but it's not, clearly, right? You can see that my internet does not work well. And this is a really crappy thing to have to do when you're trying to have a live thing on YouTube, is live in a place where the internet sucks. But I'll tell you what, come January, I won't be living in this space. And maybe even a little bit sooner, and I will have phenomenal Wi-Fi where I'm going. So everybody just hang on, I promise. I know this is like really unprofessional to have such shitty internet, right? Thank you, AT&T, once again. Oh my gosh, Kent. But see, okay, there's a payoff there. If Kent waits, he's going to get free travel, or he gets free travel now, as a matter of fact, right? And then I don't know what kind of retirement you get, Kent. But it might all be worth it, and then you'll be free. Unless, of course, you die before you get there, or once you get there and you're released to go do what you want to do, then you only live for like 2 or 3 more years, which is kind of the average sometimes. Just saying. I don't know. There are definitely trade-offs though, right? There are definitely things to consider. I don't have a whole lot to consider. I just need to make sure I can eat and pay my rent and keep my horses alive. And if I didn't have my horses, by the way, I could have a Ferrari. My horses are very expensive. With that being said, I'm going to let you guys go. Kent, you get a prize. Let's talk about it on private messenger thing. Figure out what I'm going to send you. Then I'll let everybody know what it is. And I'll be doing that consistently to everybody that brings somebody to the channel. That's pretty cool. And yeah, and actually, Wayne, maybe you should get a prize too. I mean, it ain't going to be a big thing, right? You know, I can't break the bank here. Because wait, all of a sudden, like somebody shows up and we've got like 10 new people and I'm giving out $100 prizes to everybody. That would not be cool for me, right? Oh my gosh. Wait, let's see. Okay, bye, and bye. And bye, you guys. Everybody have a good day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.